Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here. Today I'm coming at you guys with another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video, and today I'm going to be tackling the La Paina Coast dungeon ranking event on very hard. I'm going to show you guys my beta and my method for going through the bosses, which trance bonuses to choose, how to get the highest score bonus, and ultimately how to take down the secret boss or the bonus boss at the end instead of the regular boss. As you can see, I'm currently ranked 19 in group ID number 1, along with having a very hard score of 1,478,000. I think that I will probably do maybe like a couple of these videos, as these dungeon rankings are pretty interesting to me personally, because I feel like you can really like tweak your approach over the days as you get better and better and better at it. Like for the first Mako dungeon event, like my first runs, even though, even when I was first getting S plus on the very hard, by the time I was like doing my last runs at the very end, they were so much better and so more tuned. But either way, this score, if you can put this beta to use or this method, it's definitely going to get you in the top 100. So that being said, let's get in. Let's talk about the team and how we're going to be utilizing them. One thing I want to note on this is that for summons, I have been seeing a lot of people bring in Shiva. The last boss, or the kind of the secret boss, is resistant to ice. Other bosses are also resistant to ice. I don't think Shiva is really the best bet. Maybe Ifrit, but as you guys can see on Sephiroth, I am actually going to use Ardent Flare, and this is going to basically boost his physical and magic attack. And so for like the last boss, this is really going to help Sephiroth's damage, because we are going to take a little bit of a detrimental hit because of the score bonuses here and there. But on Cloud, I am running the level 4 Judgment Bolt from Ramuh, and for Aerith, I am running the level 7 Healing Wind. If we go into their actual builds here, for Cloud, I'm running the Murasame and the Buster Sword, along with Aurora Blow, Cura, and then Ruin Blow for the Circle Sigil. In the sub-equipments here, I'm running the Seaside Collar, the Torn Wing, and the Crystal Gloves. As you can see, for the HP and physical attack, they're looking pretty solid over here. And then if we go into the abilities, he's sitting at around 5 physical attack, 6 lightning potential, 6 HP, 3 attack. So looking overall very solid. Going over to Aerith here, Aerith is running her Fairy Tail, of course, OB6. She's also running the Umbrella Rod. Quite a few of the enemies can be debuffed for their magic defense and physical defense, which is very helpful. For the first materia, I am running Aurora. The second one, I am running Lightning Breach, which is very, very helpful if you guys were able to get it from the Crisis Medals. And then, of course, a Circle Sigil Ruinra on the bottom. Going over into her stats, she's got around 6.1k HP, 2k magic attack, and 1600 heal, so she's looking pretty good. As you guys can see, these are the R abilities. And then going into the sub-equipments, I am running the 1000 Waves, the Lifeguard Wraps, and then also the Beach Parasol, which is really going to boost up her magic defense. As you can see here, she's sitting at around 135. And last but not least, over here on Sephiroth, we're running the Dark Heavens, which is the Halloween sword, along with the Glaride, I guess is what you would call it. I was hoping that this AoE 420% physical attack would do more damage to the ads, but it seems to only do about half their health. But either way, this is a great sword for the R abilities, and I was happy to finally be able to use it. I've gotten so many random dupes of it, so I'm happy to finally be putting it to action. For his stats, you can see he's got 6.1k HP, about close to 2300 physical attack, so not bad at all. And then looking down here, he's got good wind potential, he's got limit break potential, and physical attack pretty good. Going into his sub-equipments, I am running the Apocalypse, the Aonibi, and the Solid Bazooka. But I haven't actually tried to use the Ardent Flare. I was normally doing this with Diamond Dust, but I think this is going to make a huge difference later on in the fight. So we'll have to see how it goes. We'll see if we can actually beat my first score. Alright, so that is the team build. Just to quickly go over the actual enemies, here we have the Mole Crawler, which we're going to hit first. Then we have the Scorpion Sentinel, which is weak to ice and lightning. We're going to hit that second. Then we're going to go to the Airbuster prototype. We're going to hit that third. After that, we're going to hit the zoo down here. We're going to take down the zoo fourth. And then last but not least, we're going to take down the Dark Army leader. All right, guys, let's get into it. So this is going to be the La Paina Very Hard Dungeon event. Honestly, pretty fun one. I'm not quite sure if it's harder than the Mako dungeon. I think that Reno was still a tougher final boss because you really had to blitz him, but it's still a pretty fun event. All right, so the first thing you do is get that chest, and then you just want to run around here. You want to take out the first pair of ads. All right, so these should be pretty easy. Everything at the beginning is normally super mellow. All right, so I'm just going to Aurora these guys down as quickly as possible. All right, and the ads are gone. And I'm just going to show you guys the quickest path over to the mole crawler, which is the very first thing that you're going to want to take down. So after you take down these ads, you're just going to run all the way back here to the left. You're going to run over this bridge right here. All right, next thing you're going to do is you're just going to run over here, grab this treasure chest. All right, and the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to straight initiate this battle. My goal is to beat him before he does his blazing ray every single time, so you guys should shoot to try and do the same. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take down the ads as quickly as possible. All right, there we go. The first thing I'm going to do on the boss is I'm going to cast Lightning Breach. Then we're just going to go over to Cloud, and we're just going to do as much damage with Cloud as possible. I'm fairly certain that this boss cannot be debuffed. We'll see with the Umbrella Rod. Yeah. Oh, actually, he can be magic defense down. But since Cloud and Sephiroth are physical, it's not going to be that big of a deal. All right, here we go. And we're just going to frickin' do as much damage as fast as possible. We are going to try and get Cloud's summon limit break up, if possible. Alright, there goes Lightning Breach. Alright, he's going into Showdown mode. I'm going to switch back to Aerith. I'm going to do one quick heal. Straight back to Cloud. The next thing I'm going to do with Aerith is I'm going to Lightning Breach again. Back to Cloud. We're going to Thunder Strike. He's going to get Ramuh. Alright, so here comes the Blazing Ray. I'm going to use one Thunder Strike and go straight into Ramuh, and this dude should be completely done with. We'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be pretty close, but Ramuh does pretty dang good damage, and mine's only level 4, so if you have it level 5, it's definitely going to kill him if he's around 30% HP. Alright, so about 37k damage, great damage, and it looks like we took down that guy pretty fast. I definitely recommend taking down the mole crawler first. Alright, so we got around 63 damage, or 63k score for the first run. Not bad at all. Alright, so for the trance bonus, I'm going to choose the middle one here, Enhanced Elemental Attack. We are going to take the Wind Potency up. It is going to take a Lightning Potency down, but I don't think it is the worst thing. So after you beat him, you're going to run up here. There's going to be another chest. You're going to want to grab that. And the next thing you're going to want to do is just run up here real quick and trigger these ads. They're going to drop a Mega Elixir, which is crucial for later on in the fight. And also for me personally with these dungeons, I like to take out the ads as quickly as possible because by the end of the dungeon, they get pretty strong. They can be kind of annoying, honestly. And I don't think that this dungeon is as reliant on limit breaks and summons as the Mako dungeon. So you don't really need to like farm them for to get up your limit break. Alright, so we're going to take down these ads. They're going to drop the Mega Elixir, which I believe is the first one I've actually seen in the game. Alright, there we go. Then you're just going to run back here. Alright. Next thing I am going to do is, let's see here. I'm just going to drop a Thunder Cocktail on Cloud. All right, and we're just going to go straight into it. I don't really think it's possible to beat him without him getting off his first tail laser attack, but we'll do our best. So the first thing you're going to do, you're just going to take down the adds. Yeah, the tail laser's coming so fast, there's literally nothing you can do about that. Alright, so I'm just going to do my best. I got the lightning breach off, just trying to do as much damage as possible. Alright. Alright, doing pretty dang good damage with Cloud. I'm actually really happy that this event utilizes lightning DPS. Alright, I'm going to switch back to Aerith. We're going to use the lightning breach. And let's see here. I think I'm going to actually just use these 2 limit breaks. We'll start to save them up for the coming fights. We'll get off the healing wind, get some HP back. Sephiroth is going to use Ardent Flare, so his DPS is going to be boosted. Alright, let's go. Switching back over to Cloud. He's going to just use Thunder Strike, and we're just going to take this guy down as quickly as possible. And it should be over right here. Alright, so there's the Scorpion Sentinel. He is done. I can't remember what I got. I think I was getting like roughly average around 65,000 per each of the boss fights. Yeah, so there's 65,000 right there. Alright. After the Scorpion Sentinel, we are going to take this score boost right here over on the right. So we are going to take a negative 25% to physical and magical damage, but that is okay. Come over here, grab this treasure chest, get the special supplements. Then you're going to run down here, and we're just going to go straight to the Airbuster right here. If you want, you can use another Thunder Cocktail. I think that, let's see, I'm at minus 33% on Aerith. I don't think that I have the need to heal. I think I'm going to pop one more Thunder Cocktail on Cloud. Since we are getting the score bonus, it's not a big deal to really use the items, so use them if need be. Honestly, if you need them to beat the stage, definitely use them. Alright, so here comes the Airbuster. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to take out the adds as usual. There's a lot of adds in this one. Alright, then switching back to Aerith, I'm just going to get off the Lightning Breach really quick. Okay. And hopefully Cloud will regenerate his Ramu in this fight. It looks like he's super close, actually. Alright, now we want to just break this sigil as quickly as possible because it's going to determine his tank buster damage when it happens. Alright, gonna switch over to Aerith, use the Lightning Breach if possible. And I think we can get one more off. We might even be able to dodge his tank buster. Ooh, I think we might actually just be able to do it. Yep, I'm gonna go straight into Judgment Bolt right here. And I think we're actually gonna dodge his tank buster, which is the first time I've been able to do that. Let's frickin' go. Alright, so almost 40,000 damage right there. And this dude is done. Let's see what our score is. Alright, 66,000, not bad at all. So we're up to 195,000 overall. Alright, after that, we're going to go straight into the zoo fight. I don't think I need to heal. Let's see here. So we are going to take the score boost plus 10%. And the magic defense minus 40%, but we are going to compensate for that magic defense down with items later on in the final fight. So go ahead and take the score boost. Alright, we have negative 36%, just looking at our HP over here. You could use a tent if you need it, but I think I'm going to be fine. So we're just going to go straight into this fight. This fight is pretty straightforward. As usual, just take down the adds as quickly as possible. Alright, once the ads are down, we're going to go straight into Night Bloom on Aerith on the zoo. Alright, that's going to take the physical defense down. We are going to immediately double up on that. And I'm not going to actually use the limit breaks right here. I am going to save them for the final boss. Alright, for Aerith, let's see here. I'm going to go into a heal. And then straight back to damage right now. So for Cloud, just Aurora Blows. For Sephiroth, he's going to be using Gale Strikes. And just try and get as much damage done as fast as possible. Alright, when he does Blusterous Veil, he becomes far more resistant, so you have to break his sigil as fast as possible. Alright, so I'm going to quickly use Healing Wind right here, just because Sephiroth is pretty low. Alright, and now we're just going to focus on breaking his sigils. And then after we break his sigils, the fight should be basically over right here. Alright, so there was a heal from Aerith. We're going to go into Night Bloom. Switching back to Sephiroth, he's going to use Gale Strike. And then we're going to bring down the zoo. So there's that fight right there. That's going to be the 4th of the 5 boss fights. And as you can see, we haven't used a single heal or anything right now. We did get a score of 62,000. And right here, for our trance bonus, we are going to take the score boost right here. We are going to get the plus 10%. We are going to get the minus 30 healing potential, but it's going to be fine. We're going to try and just flash burn the final boss as quickly as possible. It is a little tricky because the ads, you know, get fully buffed and they're can be a little bit tricky, but with the really high wind damage and Sephiroth's limit break helping out, you guys are going to see that we're going to do pretty good. Plus, we're going to use some items right here to boost up. Alright, so I'm going to go in here. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use a Mega Elixir to fully heal everyone to full. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Wisdom Jelly on every single person. That's going to compensate for the minus 40% magic defense. Then I'm going to use an Arrow Cocktail on Sephiroth and Cloud and Aerith. Alright, so used a lot of items, but it's going to be fine because we're trying to beat this as quickly as possible. So going into the final fight right here. Alright, this is it, guys. Last time I think I got 91,000 on him, so hopefully we can do a little better this time. Alright. I'm just going to go straight into 2 limit breaks right here. Hopefully Judgment Bolt can take down the ads decently quickly. I don't think it'll quite kill them off. I think if you had Ifrit and Ramu, it would kill off the ads right off the bat. But he just kind of respawns them anyway, so it just helps a little bit. This, though, is going to really help Sephiroth's damage. So he's going to start doing some mad damage right now. Alright, so just going straight into the ads, and we're going to go back to the boss. Alright, first ad down. Alright, now we're focusing on the boss. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to be using Night Bloom. As you can see, he does have a physical defense, magic defense barrier up. And I'm just going to try and eat that down as quickly as possible. Okay, so here comes the first Glacial Breath. But because we used the Wisdom Jellies, it shouldn't do too much damage. Alright, gonna go straight back into Night Bloom again right here. And although I am on auto, I am choosing a lot of these commands. I just put it on auto sometimes just in case I'm a bit slow on switching the attack defense stance. Alright, so right here, even though his sigil ability has popped up, you do want to take out the ads first. So just just leave that bar charging at the top. Take down the ads as quickly as possible. Alright, and then you're just going to go straight into taking down the sigils. Alright, as you can see, you have more than enough time to do it. For Aerith, we're going to go straight into Night Bloom, and we're just going to try and take down those his buffs right there as quickly as possible. Alright, and you can actually start to debuff him once you get them all the way down. Alright, so I'm going to start to debuff him as much as possible, then I'm going to go straight into the limit breaks. Alright, so going straight into the limit breaks. This is going to fully buff up everyone. We're going to do some damage with Ramuh, and then we should be able to burn him down, hopefully before he finishes this attack. Alright, and here comes Sephiroth's Ardent Flare. Alright, and then from here on out, I'm just going to switch to Sephiroth, and I'm just going to try and do as much damage as possible with him. So as you guys can see, hopefully we'll get off this second attack. Ooh, just in time. Let's frickin' go. Alright, and there's the final boss. As you guys can see, it's not too bad. Though keep in mind, I am not a free-to-play player, though I am a dolphin. So not like a crazy whale. Oh dang, I shouldn't have skipped the score boost right there. But hopefully we'll see. I think my highest previous score was 1,478,000. So we'll see if I can beat that right now. And I hope that this guide helps you guys. So we're 3,000 shy of my last one. But overall, this beta, this method for clearing this dungeon will obviously get you an S+ ranking. And I think it'll almost assuredly get you in the top 30. Alright, so as you can see here, unused item bonus. So even though we used a bunch of items, and like honestly, I could cut out probably a good amount of items from this. So I'm going to be going through, tweaking this build, working with my friend K-Meta on finding like the most efficient way to do this. So I'll probably do a follow-up video in a few days, because it does get harder to, as the days go on, your rank starts to drop. I know you guys that have been competitive in the first one know that like I was like, you know, probably rank 30 at the beginning, and then I was going to fall out if I didn't find a different way to do it. As you can see here, we got the speedrun bonus, we got a score buff bonus, extra bonus from the boss, the unused items, 124,000, and we finished with the S+ ranking. And I think we'll check right here back at my score, so I'm still at 19. So yeah, that was my overview for this build, for this dungeon. I hope that this team and this guide helps you guys to rank in the top 100. I know the rewards aren't that great. I really do like the title plates. I like that they're not putting like really buffed weapons in the rewards for the game. I think that's really overall helpful for the game. And I know there's a lot of people that think this game is super pay to win, but honestly, being a War of the Visions, like a dedicated War of the Visions player for like the last 2 years, I would say that this game is not even really close in range of like the pay to win that game is currently right now. So honestly, this game is like a total blessing, or at least that's how I see it. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everyone who likes these videos, comments on the channel, and subscribes to the channel. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. That being said, I hope this helps you guys out. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and peace.